Alrighty, everybody. How are we doing today? Welcome to the NBA 2K podcast hosted by RF Ribeiro, or you can just call me Rib. Um, so, this is the second ever official podcast. Wherever you may be listening or watching, there's not much to watch, but sometimes there is. You're on Spotify, you're on Amazon, you're on YouTube. Um, Thanks for joining me for, you know, 10, 20 minutes. Um, I will be alone again today. But first things first, it is the first day of the Reddit blackout. So the My Team Reddit community and the NBA 2K Reddit community are both um, taking a break. We are taking a break. And if you don't understand what's going on, maybe you're a member of another community or you wanted to go look on Reddit for things to look at, and you can't. You just Google Reddit third party API. Um, there's a bunch of information, lots of links. You can go to my Twitter account where I also have some information on there. You can join one of the NBA 2K Discords. I'm sure there'll be information on there as well. And the blackout will end on the 14th at 9 a.m. Eastern. So don't worry, it's only a couple days and it is for a good reason. So, yeah, now that we have that out of the way, I thought, you know what? Let's talk about what we could see in NBA 2K24 from my perspective and maybe from a little bit of yours. Maybe I'll look around what you guys are wishing 2K24 will have. So, I mean, I think the big one is crossplay, right? The thing about crossplay is it is very hard for a lot of games to implement it. Um, I've read that you have to change like the whole like foundation of a game to include crossplay if the game was developed without crossplay in mind. So it takes a long time, takes a lot of work. I don't know the exact details of the work, but I can imagine that it would take a lot of work. But when you look at sports games that are, the major sports video games, so NHL, FIFA, Madden, MLB The Show, um, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they all have some type of crossplay as of right now. I think every single one of them has some type of crossplay. It's either uh, like backwards crossplay, so PS4 and PS5 can play together, or they have, just the consoles, Xbox, PlayStation can play together. Um, and NBA 2K is, the one that doesn't seem to have any of that. I think there's some VC My Team cross progression, right? If you buy VC on current and then you upgrade to next gen in 2K, you still have your VC in My Team. Something like that. I think that's about the only cross anything we have in 2K. So NBA 2K24 having crossplay would be, I mean, it would be gigantic. You think about how many more people would be in a server. There would be a lot more. And that's another thing to consider is the NBA 2K servers, as a lot of people, a lot of people talk about, and a lot of people think that the 2K servers are not very good because they're not dedicated servers. How would that look in a cross-play scenario where you have Xbox and PlayStation people all combining to fill up the servers? Um, you know, it's interesting, but if they do it right and it works and the servers can keep up, crossplay for sure is a big one. Um, I think that would make a lot of people happy. Another thing that I think would also make a lot of people happy is the VC cost. Either to buy VC or just being able to earn VC, costing less of your time, less of a grind to get more VC. Either or both, I think would be, amazing. But then that one, I feel like it's even a little tougher than the crossplay just because of, you know, the uh the business side of things is that, VC microtransactions is a big part of NBA 2K. And it's hard to imagine, VC costing less real life money. I can see VC being easier to get and to earn and to stack in the game. Um, hopefully, it's not like an MMORPG scenario like we just had in 23 where you have all these quests and you have to run around. And I'm sure some people really enjoy that. Um, but if they have more ways to get VC from just playing basketball games, either, against computer or against people, um, I think that would be really, really good. Um, and I think those are the two major ones, right? Those are the two major ones that would make any 2K in the future like, wow, I think people would just be so much happier with crossplay and easier access to VC. Now, another one that I have brought up, and I'm sure other people have brought up, is to respec your account. So, some people don't know what that means, and I will tell you it's very prominent in video games. Um, to respec is to reallocate the distribution of skill points on a character's skill tree. So in this case, it would be you getting the VC back that you put into your character, but you no longer have the character. Does that make sense? So basically, maybe you spend $50 on VC, you make your character, you spend the $50 on the VC and you use the VC. So now you don't have it anymore. But then you realize, you know what? I don't want to actually do this. I want to do something else. Well, with respecking, you would be able to, reset your character, get the VC back, and then, you know, reapply the points however you want it. Now, there are some ways to do this. Um, so respecking could be you make a point guard, you put $50 into VC, you spend the VC on that point guard, and then you think, you know what, actually I want to make a center. So then you respec the VC from the point guard build, your point guard build gets deleted, you make your center, and then you can put that $50 that you already spent on VC into the center instead. That's one way to do it. Another way to do it would be that respecking is build locked. So you make a point guard, you spend VC, you spend money, you get VC, you put the VC in. Maybe you want more passing, you want less shooting or less finishing. You respec the VC so that you can do that in that same build. So that's something that I think I don't know if there's enough people talking about that or thinking about that. Of course, again, it would affect the business side of things. People wouldn't have to spend as much VC. But in my opinion, and what I know about 2K, the game, and the people, the community, I think there might be something to say that maybe, people won't spend as much on buying VC, but they'll spend more time playing 2K. And then maybe because of that, maybe they'll end up, you know, because they know that they can respect their VC, maybe they'll end up buying more VC for maybe they want to make another build. They want to have two builds instead of respecking. They want to have two builds that they can, rework and play all year round, or three builds. I know right now there's people with five, six, seven, eight builds, and people spending countless amounts of VC, but that doesn't sound, yeah, from a business side of things, that sounds nice, but I don't know if that's um what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know if that will last, you know. Uh is that going to be a consistent thing that 2K can do year after year where people normalize, spending hundreds of dollars on VC to make, 5 different builds or however many. It works. It works for a year. Maybe it might work for 2 years. Can they do this again in 24 and then in 25 as well and get away with it? I don't know. I'm not too sure. I feel like in the long run, it's always better to keep the community as happy as possible, especially when 2K is very successful, and the my team aspect of 2K is very successful, and who knows how much VC is bought on there for the packs. So I think from a my player perspective, you want to make your build, you want to go to the park, you want to go to the rec pro am. Um, I think keeping those players happy in the long run might actually be better financially. I don't know. I'm just guessing. I have no knowledge of what is true or not about that. But those things to me would make 2K24 probably the best 2K ever, in my opinion. Um, and of course, I'm just talking about consumer friendly options. Um, things that would make people happy, but not really about the gameplay aspect of things. In terms of gameplay aspect of things, I do like the new shooting mechanic. I like seeing that the green uh only appears after the ball goes in. I do like the stamina. I do like that you can't just dribble for 23 seconds uh nonstop and then take a shot. I like that. Um the game seems to have a different degree of difficulty, but I mean, if you were around playing in the first week of the game, a lot of people were not happy. The second week, the third week, a lot of people. It took a long time for people to adjust to the new shooting, but once they did, now people are saying that it's too easy. There's a lot of people that say the shooting is too easy. There's a lot of people that still have not been able to uh, understand the new mechanic for shooting, but just in general, the dribbling, I like that it I mean, there's still a lot of cheese dribbling, but I feel like it's going in the right direction. I don't want them to remove the adrenaline. I don't want them to remove anything that they added in 23. I want them to improve on it and continue to progress towards that, towards a more, um, it's a more you need some sort of basketball IQ to be really, really successful. And it's not just about learning the cheese moves, about crabbing players, um, uh, fade shots that are uncontested every time. Um, whatever the case may be. Uh, I think 23 is a step forward in the series gameplay wise. Um, but yeah, I think look, I'm not gonna I'm always hopeful with 2K. I was very hopeful for 23 and I ended up enjoying 23 quite a bit because of the new stuff that they added. I played all the previous 2Ks and they all felt, very similar to one another in terms of gameplay. There's a few changes here and there, yeah, but 23 to me had the biggest change um, with the core badges as well. But the adrenaline bars, I really liked everything that they did. I just hope 24 is an improvement on everything that they did there. And in terms of graphics, I'm fine with the way the graphics are right now. I don't think, um, hopefully, I don't think they spent too much time on graphics for 24 because, yeah, we've been in new gen for a few years now. Um, 21 next gen, 22 also had next gen, and 23 next gen. Uh, I think the graphics are fine, but the gameplay needs to progress a little bit more. But that's just my opinion. And um, I don't mind the city. I don't mind the city too much because of the subway stuff. The subway system they have is really good. Walking all over the city would suck, but there is a subway system, so I don't mind that. Other things that I would like is a more a more a better worked pro am. So I've been a fan of pro am since, geez, I think it's the only mode I ever really enjoyed in 2K that has never really gotten as much love as I wished it would have. Um, you may be familiar, back in the day, pro am was a walk on thing. You would walk on to a pro am court and find other people to play pro am with. Um, and then rec kind of became that walk on pro am thing, and then pro am entirely just kind of became dead. It's just you have a team, you go against other people that have teams, but it's very tough to find a team in the game. You can't really find a team in the game. It's like very hidden. Um, it's not easily accessible. Uh, it's not something that's prioritized. You can tell. There's not many rewards. There's not really an incentive. Like a seasons thing in Pro Am would be a really good start for that, to make Pro Am a little better. If we have some sort of seasons with cosmetics and maybe some VC rewards, some Gatorade boost and whatnot, I think that would be really cool. Um, I'm a a sports guy. I love playing. I played FIFA and Pro Evolution Soccer as well. I play hockey. I love playing the team based games and the team based game modes. So the Pro Am game modes, you get with people and you face other people in a sort of competitive setting. I really like that. The rec is good. It's decent, but it's not always competitive. Sometimes you get blown out. Sometimes you're blowing out other teams. Very rarely is it a competitive setting, um, uh, situation when you're going into the rec. So hopefully Pro Am. I mean, if they were able to fix Pro Am, gosh, I mean that's really all I care about. Like Park is whatever, rec is fine. My team is cool, but man, it's like if they just beefed up the Pro Am mode and really like encouraged people to play together, to get onto a team or to create a team, to recruit members for a team. Um, that would be really really cool if they made it easily accessible. But I think I think I've covered everything that I wish for 2K24 here in the last almost 20 minutes we've been here. So crossplay, better ways to get VC. A respec option for your character would be amazing. The city is cool. The graphics are cool. Improve on the gameplay of 23. Improve on the adrenaline meter bar things. Improve on the dribbling. Improve on somehow, if there's a way to fix crabbing, that would be really cool. Obviously, um, and hopefully beefing up Pro Am. I mean, that to me would make 2K24 one of the best ever. Um, in terms of 2K24 covers, we already know. I mean, we don't know, but we're assuming if we're going by the numbers, and 23 was Jordan. When you think of 24, you think of Kobe. Doesn't have to do with him, dying. 24 is Kobe. That's the only 24 I know that could be on a cover. He's going to have a cover. But who is going to be the standard cover? Don't know. However, we do have the 2K24 cover design contest voting going on. The entries are closed, but the voting is still going until Friday. We have over 80 responses right now. And I got to say there's one cover art that's, quite a bit ahead of the others, but then it's pretty even after that. It's pretty even after that. There's a few names, obviously Kobe's name is up there, Jokic, maybe a Tatum. Of course, these are names for the cover design that people have made. People have designed, you know, cover arts of Kobe, of Jokic, of Tatum, but they could also be on 2K24, right? I feel like Jokic probably not so much. You think about what goes into making a cover athlete. You got to be in a mocap suit. You got to go hang out with the 2K guys, with Ronnie. I don't see Jokic being that kind of person, really. I don't see him doing too much of that. Um, maybe he will do that, but he just doesn't seem like the guy that wants to do anything like that individually. Tatum seems much more like a guy that would do that. I don't know if you guys remember what was that science sports show where Tatum had a full knight's armor on and he tried to dunk with it on. Uh, he tried to dunk a basketball wearing a full knight's armor. Um, so I feel like Tatum is much more uh, willing to put on a suit and do animations and take photographs and um, pose for the cover. Uh, so yeah, Tatum is probably my guess for the official standard cover. I would assume. But again, I mean, did anybody think that Booker was going to be the cover last year or this year still 23? I didn't think of Booker as being an option. But yeah, I think I'm going to leave it on that. You guys make sure to vote on that cover design contest. The grand prize winner will get a copy of 2K24. And yeah, you guys take care. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this, please let me know. And I'll see you guys on the next one.